Akshita, who's joining us from Ayodhya. Akshita, you're in Ayodhya, and the sense in Ayodhya, of course, euphoric, counting down to the big day of the inauguration of the Ram Mandir. On the other hand, the Congress, one of the reasons that the Congress gives Akshita is that the Ram temple is incomplete. And, there are parts which has been accepted by all that, the Ram Darbar, and Gaurav can add to it, that the main part of the Ram Mandir is incomplete. But having said that, the inauguration taking place on the 22nd of this month.
That's right, Preeti. In fact, that particular reason that's been cited by the Congress, it was just minutes ago that it really passed by the entire complex. Work is underway. So yes, it's not completely finished. The complex isn't done. But having said that, the main part of the mandir, the Garbhagriha, where you will have, in fact, the Pran Pratishtha happening, that's complete. Till the first floor of the temple, that's complete. So you will have the temple very much being opened up to the public. It's not like the ceremony is going to happen and then the doors shut to the temple till it's completely ready. The very next day, from 24th, the public will also be allowed there. And that gives you a sense of how ready really the temple will be. But for it to be completely fully prepared as to how they saw it, and of course with the multi-levels of stone that will come on top of the temple, that's going to take till the end of this year. So the Congress perhaps is referring to that particular timeline. Is the mandir incomplete per se? Not really. But is the beautification work done? Not really. So that's where really the Congress hinged upon to say that, look, the mandir isn't ready, but it's being timed to the elections. We'll have to see whether the India bloc as a whole, as you mentioned, also chooses to boycott the ceremony, because we have heard that the next step really of the Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth is to be sending out invites to party chiefs. So Mamta, Stalin, Kejriwal, all of them will be getting invites next. And then we'll know if they too are choosing to boycott the event, and if this is a smart political move or not. Because the people have been speaking here in Ayodhya, Preeti, essentially, even if I ask them a question about the Pran Pratishtha ceremony, and there's nothing politically loaded at all in that question, I ask them their opinion, their devotion, inevitably they always say that if anyone is talking of boycotting, we condemn it. So I don't know whether, in Ayodhya itself, the decision will resonate. But of course, it's a general election, so we'll have to see whether, if the India bloc takes the strategy, it really pays any dividends for them.
All right. Well, okay. At least where the India bloc is concerned, which has been a deep dilemma, Gaurav, and I want to bring you in on this. They've finally come to a decision, because we didn't know whether Sonia Gandhi was going to attend, not attend. It has been a dilemma where the Congress comes into question, and now the Congress turning down the invite, which seems to be setting at least the narrative for the India alliance.
That does appear to be the case, and when we did put this question to the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra officials who are engaged in the task 1 of the temple construction and 2 of issuing the invitation cards, whether it was one politically motivated, whether a decision was actually being taken by the BJP and not by the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra, they insist that this is something which is happening for the Vrihad Hindu Samaj. The Sanatan Samaj is doing this. It's for Hindus across the length and breadth of our country who waited. Ayodhya, as you well know, Preeti, is a city, is a religious city that's perpetually been waiting. 14 years Lord Ram was in Vanvas, Ayodhya waited. 500 years plus waited for a temple to be built. Now the people in Ayodhya, or the people we have spoken to in Ayodhya, as Akshita told you, they've been counting down to the day of the Pran Pratishtha. The moment that happens, darshan begins, while construction activity will continue through 2024, perhaps even 2025, beyond the Parkotas, because it's a huge temple complex and clearly cannot be completed, the way it's being built. But then politics around it is par for the course. Political parties have to see where their interests are best suited. But as far as the devotees are concerned, they say they cannot wait a single day. Even those who are going to the Ramlala, who was in a tent, a broken down ramshackle tent, they visited him and prayed to him there. They're praying to him in the makeshift temple now, and they will pray to him in the temple when it comes up, the Divya Bhavya Ram temple, incomplete for some, sanctum sanctorum ready and good for devotion for others, Preeti.
All right. Okay. So that's the, big news that is coming in, viewers, right now. And we're going to continue to get you the latest on that, because now where the India alliance is concerned, is this a thought out reaction from the Congress, which will echo when it comes down to a TMC, to an Aam Aadmi party, to a DMK, or to the other parties? Because the invitation is going to go down not to chief ministers of state, viewers, but primarily to the presidents of where the party is concerned. And we're going to get